This longest Independence Day speech of any Prime Minister, and that turns out to be now PM Modi. Here's what he said, the top key takeaways this morning.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर उसी आक्रोश की अभिव्यक्ति है। बाईस तारीख के बाद हमने हमारे सेना को खुली छूट दे दी। रणनीति वो तय करे, लक्ष्य वो तय करे, समय भी वो चुने और हमारी सेना ने वो करके दिखाया जो कई दशकों तक कभी हुआ नहीं था। आज मेरा लाल किले की प्राचीर से मेरे देश के युवा वैज्ञानिकों को, मेरे टैलेंटेड यूथ को, मेरे इंजीनियर्स को और प्रोफेशनल्स को और सरकार के हर विभागों को भी मेरा आह्वान है, क्या हमारा अपना मेड इन इंडिया फाइटर जेट्स के लिए जेट इंजन हमारा होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए। हम छोटे किसान हो, पशुपालक हो, मछुआरे हो, देश के विकास की अनेक योजनाओं का लाभ आज हम उन तक पहुंचा रहे हैं। पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि हो, रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग हो, सिंचाई की योजनाएं हो, क्वालिटी सीड्स हो, फर्टिलाइजर की आवश्यकता हो, हर क्षेत्र में आज और किसान को एक भरोसा हो गया है फसल बीमा का, वो साहसिक बना रहा है, उसका परिणाम भी देश को मिल रहा है। जो पहले कल्पना की बात थी आज हकीकत बन गई है।
All right, I just want to put in perspective, our Congress spokesperson Adil Singh Boparai had been with us through the morning with Gaurav Sawant earlier. He's not there in the panel, but I'm going to quote from what the Congress has been saying, whether this morning or just in the past few days, and I'll take that to Radhika Khera. Radhika, the Congress continues to believe that it's mostly been about Jumlas, fake promises, and to tell this message to the public. However, on the ground, there are massive issues that we continue to face even in 2025, whether it's unemployment, whether it's other issues, including with regard to economy and more and stability. Today's speech, with these key takeaways of Atma Nirbharta, what do you make of it and what do you say to the opposition?
Good morning to everyone and wish everyone a very happy Independence Day. Today, from the ramparts of the Red Fort, the Honorable Prime Minister delivered the longest Independence Day speech ever by a Prime Minister. And unlike the forgettable defensive addresses we heard for decades under the Congress, this one was packed with courage, vision, and decisive action. For years, Independence Day speeches were laundry lists of promises, apologies, political tokenism. Today, we heard a leader who honored our past at Rajghat, but also took ownership of our future. He saluted the valor of our armed forces in Operation Sindoor, proving that under the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership, India does not beg the world for sympathy after terror attacks. We choose the time and the place and the scale of our retaliation. Unfortunately, when our Prime Minister was speaking, the leader of opposition who claims, as his party claims, is the Prime Minister only. Remember, after the elections, Supriya Shinate was rejoicing that he's been the elected Prime Minister. But Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, the leader of the India Alliance, was not present at the Red Fort at a day when the country is rejoicing. So here, once again, we have seen how anti-India the Congress party is. Now, today, as the Prime Minister took on Pakistan's nuclear blackmail directly, this was something that the Congress has never dared to do. And it was first time that Indus Water Treaty was put in abeyance, and it is a masterstroke in strategic diplomacy. For 54 years, the Congress gifted away our water while our soldiers' blood was being shed. And we have made it very clear, water is for our farmers, not for Pakistan terror factories, and water and blood don't flow together. He also connected national security to Atma Nirbhar Bharat, which showed how indigenous weapons powered Operation Sindoor's success. He also announced a Sudarshan Chakra mission to shield public spaces from modern threats and launched a demographic mission to address illegal immigration. Now, economically, Pradhan Mantri has committed 1 lakh crore to the Vixit Bharat Rojgar Yojana, which directly is incentivizing the private sector jobs for the youth. He has promised GST reforms by Diwali, a Diwali gift which has been announced in advance to cut taxes on essentials, relief relief that Congress had never ever delivered. He's also declared that India will produce its own semiconductor chip by year end, breaking decades of technological dependence. What better a day than our Independence Day to announce this? Also, leaving everything aside, he has reaffirmed our farmers, our fishermen, our cattle rearers that they are top priorities and we will not bow down to any global pressure. And he has also set a Vixit Bharat goal of 2047, which he announced that domestic production of fertilizers to jet engines. What bigger can this get? He is not just delivered a ceremonial speech. He is a leader who has put the nation's
Okay,
achievements
okay.
on record today and unapologetically. And it was a long and comprehensive, it was a very long list because that is how Bharat is progressing under his leadership. So now today we had a prime minister who is leading from the front, not who's hiding behind foreign appeasement or excuses. And this is the difference between Modi ji's leadership India and the Congress's India, where we don't surrender.
All right,
And
so
I
that's the political
congratulate every
appreciation.
Indian
Okay,
today.
you made your point, Radhika. I want to bring in Sandeep Unithan as well because the big highlight, because this was the first speech after Operation Sindoor, was Atma Nirbharta in our defense sector. And Sandeep, of course, what caught everyone's attention was this Sudarshan Chakra shield. Now, we are already claiming victory when it comes to Operation Sindoor success, rightly so, because of the precise strikes. How then do you think this Sudarshan Chakra shield is going to add to our arsenal? How different is it going to be? Because it appears that for now, we've had this massive success against Pakistan. How are we looking at Sudarshan Chakra? What does it mean? Of course, we understand the religious symbolism here. But by when will it be ready? What is it really about?
Well, Pooja, the Sudarshan Chakra project which the Prime Minister announced, it's a little unusual for the Prime Minister to mention
Why?
a defense project from the Red Fort. Normally Red Fort speeches are, like an address to the nation. But to mention a Sudarshan Chakra project like that suggests that there is something very, very significant that they're working on. He's given a deadline of about 10 years for this project, and we can only guess at what this could mean. One is, of course, you had the very highly successful indigenous command and control system, the network IACCS, which is the Indian Air Force's radar net, which completely covers India. It protects India from air defense threats. You have a very, a 4-tier missile defense shield, starting from counter drone, going all the way up to long-range missiles. That was demonstrated very successfully during Operation Sindoor, when literally thousands of drones were shot down, neutralized all along the western border. These are the drones and missiles that Pakistan had fired against us. So possibly the Prime Minister is looking at a very enlarged version of the IACCS, integrated with other programs that are underway, like the indigenous rocket force, which is an offensive system which is meant to integrate all of India's long-range missile capabilities, starting from the BrahMos missile, going up to the conventionally armed Agni missile. So you're looking at a range of offensive missiles combined with a defensive shield. So it's possibly IACCS plus the indigenous rocket force that he has in mind. The IACCS will detect the threats, neutralize them when they come. The rocket force will immediately launch prompt and precise missions to strike at the source of these attacks, be it ballistic missile attacks or be it drone attacks. So a a large system of systems, if we can call it that. He's given 10 years as the deadline to implement that. There are numerous projects underway, Pooja, for several years for making indigenous ballistic missile shields to protect India from nuclear missile attacks. So it is possibly a combination of all of these programs that the Prime Minister has announced today, which is going to be called the Mission Sudarshan Chakra, Pooja.